Okay guys, so for this reading I'm asking here about your divine business. So you might have already picked 1, 2 or 3. I'm going to pick a rune for you guys. So I'm going to pick a rune for pile 1. But first I just want to do a bit of channeling and see if I can pick up for you guys. Okay, pile 1, divine business. Okay, the first thing I hear is there's something to do with gratitude. So if pile 1, you might already have a divine business, because I heard gratitude. I heard thank you and I heard gratitude. So it could be that you're already providing a service that people are very grateful for. And it seems to be okay, so Lagus is the divine feminine rune and Tivas is divine masculine rune, but it's reversed next to Hagala. So it could be helping people. It could be that your business has something to do with lifestyle and becoming more balanced. So it could be a relationship. It actually could be also relationship as well, of supporting relationships, so helping people in relationships. I'm gonna have a look in the life purpose deck, but with the divine feminine here, and then there's kind of like, it's almost like worrying about someone or something. So it could be that you have had some experience where you had to solve problems in regards to making yourself very balanced and providing solutions for yourself, and now you can for others. But it seems here that it's something to do with like an off balance in a connection, and that you can help people get more balance in relationships and also in the relationship they have with themselves. So let's have a look in the life purpose deck. Yeah, leadership. So making people believe in themselves. So I guess with the leadership here is the Tivas reverse. So maybe it's people who have no leadership, who can't express themselves maybe, or who have no self-esteem at all. For some of you it's going to be an artistic business, but it could also be helping people express themselves through art. It could be art therapy. But I also feel like the way you express yourself is very creative, but you could be helping people who are a little bit blocked in that area. So when I say relationship, it can be relationship as, you know, it can be romantic, but it can also be that you're helping relationships in workplaces as well, and families. So it could be you take what resonates, but it just seemed like where you're stepping in is where there's something is a bit off balance. Okay. So I think with leadership, with a creative expression, especially with this Lagus here, you are very creative. So you are a very creative person, and maybe people will go into kind of a stressful environment and into a more soothing, loving environment where they get to heal, where they get to express themselves. If they have a lot of distorted masculine, whether you're male or female, they can come in and be more in the divine feminine, which then heals the divine masculine. For some of you, you are also very good at nutrition. So you're going to help people heal their health as well. But I'm getting you are on the right path, and that's what I got from the beginning. Like, you are already on the right path. So with gratitude, you will expand on what you are already doing. So that's your divine business card soon. I'm just going to have one more look here. But I think you know what is your divine. I was just thinking practice, yeah. You're just going to expand on what you're doing. And also with practice and options, it basically means you're on the right path. You're just going to basically expand on it. That's all it means. So you are on the right path, and I think you already know. And if with gratitude, you really see what an opportunity you have available to you. And with gratitude, you'll be able to really see it, you know. It's be like, wow, I have this amazing opportunity. Okay, pile 1. Let's see for pile 1. Okay, you could have been a bit worried about finances, and also what I feel like maybe you've been a little bit self-conscious moving forward. So with the expanding, maybe you have a little bit of that, you know, imposter syndrome maybe a little bit. But I think this is something you've been thinking about a lot. So you could have asked a lot of questions while you're meditating. You could have been like trying to get answers in your dreams. You could have just been asking the same question again and again. Ace of Pentacles. There's something about lifestyle, I feel, and nurturing others. And making people feel really good about themselves. But with Ace of Pentacles, it could also be that maybe you feel like there isn't any opportunities. So you might have to just change a little bit of your views or beliefs until that you start recognizing and seeing opportunities, because there are opportunities for you there. And I feel again it's something that you're already doing. It's something you're already very successful at with Nine of Cups and Queen of Cups. Five of Cups. Maybe you've experienced some losses that make you just doubt yourself with Five of Cups. But this is why they keep saying with the mindset. And also maybe you just need to be around the right people as well, because we get Three of Cups. And now we're getting the Empress. So what I think, we'll see if any pages show up, but maybe what you need is just a little bit more enthusiasm. And it's almost like also what you want is to, maybe you want to just move it forward and expand on it, and maybe you feel like you just need a little bit more enthusiasm. So I think they basically want you to be around people that are of that enthusiastic vibration, as you see in Three of Cups. High Priestess. I feel like you might do some more studying as well with the High Priestess there. You might go into a bit of a study role just to be able to, it's almost like you're gonna be in a group here we see with Three of Cups. And it looks like a very specific group. And it could be a group of women here with the High Priestess. So it's very creative, or it's very divine feminine oriented. But yeah, now we're getting Seven of Pentacles. It could be more study involved. Knight of Cups, but it looks artistic to me. But it's almost like you're going to study a very specific skill so that you can drive your artistic talents and creative ideas further. So whatever it is that you're doing, it's a creativity that will drive it forward. The creative expression. So I want to pull also a coffee card for this. Okay, so I'm getting Swan. A swan in your coffee cup can mean there will be more grace and freedom in your life. There could be a new beginning that will mean new heights and new horizons to explore and achieve. A beautiful bird like a swan means grace, beauty, love, music and poetry. Swans mate for life. This is a symbol of everlasting love. So if some of you have had some heartaches, I feel like you're also going to heal your heart. But with the Queen of Cups, sometimes she blames herself too much. So again, they just want you to not blame yourself too much for things. When with Ace of Pentacles in block, it could be that you'll be punishing yourself for something that's then hurting your abundance. So maybe you got confused in a situation, and maybe it was it was very close to your heart. Maybe it was a romantic situation, but the ripple effects on that, maybe you started doubting yourself in other areas as well. So that's what it looks like. So can I have a look just to tie up that reading with the personal life? Yeah, Tower. So it could be that there has been just a lot of stress in personal life that then has a ripple effect in other areas in your life. What about career? I'm just asking about career now. What about career? Tower and the Two of Cups. It's sort of connected. But I feel like the Tower moment and the beliefs around relationships it's showing up in the divine business spread. So we'll have to ask why is that? Why is it showing up here? So it's connected. It's like what we saw in the rune with the masculine. So 9 of Wands. Okay, so it could be that you have been hurt in love and you've had to make yourself very, very strong. But that strength, 9 of Wands becomes the strongest people you know. That strength could in some ways work against you if it means that, you know, if you have a very divine business, then you need to be very open and receptive. And maybe that trauma that was there in the relationship affects then how you can open up to run your business. To be very much in the feminine to run the business, to expand on it in that flowy, loving way. And maybe maybe you got a little bit in that energy that some could actually be even a little bit intimidated by you. Like you get represented by the Empress, who can be quite an intimidating energy. So it looks like your divine business is very divine, feminine oriented, but you have so much life experience to draw on here. You see in the world. And I think with the world, it's also something you can do worldwide. So it could be something that you can really expand on. And with social media, I feel like people can see you from everywhere because we get the world. So I feel like you can really branch out. So can I get one more? What's the advice? With 9 of Cups that we got before in advice, that really just means like believe in yourself. You know, it's believe in your own ideas here with Ace of Swords. Like you have the right ideas. You've been right all along with your ideas, they're saying. Okay, let's look in the past life oracle. How is a past life affecting this life? Yes, Neptune flew past. Maybe you have migrated. She flew from the bedroom into the bathroom. Okay, let's have a look. Atlantis, baby, angels. Okay, so I think what they're saying is that you have a very strong past life connections to Atlantis, and when you were a baby, maybe you were deep, very, very psychic as a child, and you saw your angels. Maybe you can still do, maybe you still sense your angels, but I feel like when you were a baby you can see her looking up, and then we got angels. So when you were a baby you could see your angels, and maybe as a child you also saw your angels, and maybe you can still sense them. But I feel like if it's affecting what you're doing now, it can mean that this is something you're going to open up. I think you're going to open up this channel to the angels, to that higher realm, maybe more than maybe you thought you were going to do. Okay, and this deep connection here to the ocean, to Atlantis, to this other time and place. It's almost like you're this bridge between the past, the now, and the higher realm. So, and what does that mean for their business, that this is coming up? Well, let's say your ships are about to come in. 10 of Cups. So I think you have very high standards in everything that you do. You want the perfect picture perfect, I mean, not perfect picture perfect life. So with everything you do, you're perfectionist. So maybe you're too perfectionist. Is that what they're trying to say? Let's ask the Lovers. Communication is important. I think you're a communicator. And Lovers, there's an angel there as well. So for some of you, you are an angel communicator. So who are the customers for this group, for their business? 9 of Pentacles. So confident. So what we saw in the beginning, people who need confidence, people who need to believe in themselves, they're your customers. People who are in this 9 of Pentacles, high achievers, people who are soaring high, so possibly other business owners, people with money, that is, they are your customers, people who who can afford luxuries. It could be that you are going to be in the luxury niche, because we also got the Empress as well. Okay. I think we're going to ask for a message from your angel, since your angel showed up twice. Let me get a message from the angel. One. Okay, you worked really, really hard. And you studied hard. You've been on a steep learning curve. So they recognizing you've done a lot of work. And you look amazing. You put a lot of efforts into yourself as well. I feel like you have a very specific skill, but I feel like you're very good at working on yourself as well, because Eight of Pentacles in this deck reminds me of Erlund the Smith, who is a yogi in Norse mythology. So it's not just being very skilled, you know, he's a smith, he's a master smith. It's also about being able to work on yourself as well. So I feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself, and your angels are recognizing that. You've done a lot of work on yourself. You're very skilled in what you do. Hierophant. Again, it's a learning institution. But it can also speak traditions. It can be marriage. So for those of you who are married, maybe the marriage is also affecting your choices. So whatever goes on in the marriage, good or bad, you know. Maybe you have... Okay, so for those who are in a relationship, can we get some clarification? What is going on? Ace of Cups. I think for many, there's a complete renewal in a relationship. And there's a lot of love. There's a lot of beauty and understanding. And it's more that try to understand and being compassionate. That's coming in. But I feel like because the relationship has showed up so much here in pile 1, that maybe your divine business is something that also has to support your lifestyle and your relationship. That you don't want a business that basically takes away from who, you know, your most important relationships. So, can we see more? The world, yeah. You want a complete package life, and maybe you want it to be. Maybe you want your divine business to support your lifestyle, not that you have to live for your business. It's like the business exists to support you, not the other way around. Okay, so how can pile 1 achieve this? So 6 of Pentacles means there is a community around your business, I feel. And if that's been toxic, because we get the Tower, I feel like you need new people to support you in your business. So maybe there's been a rug pull, maybe there's been some harsh lessons. Maybe there's been, again, could have been your personal life that affected it. But it's almost like you need to create some balance there. It could be that you're going to take what you learned somewhere. Like maybe you got trained somewhere, and maybe it was expected of you to work for someone, and then you took what you learned and either went to the competition or worked for yourself. It's almost like you took something you learned that maybe it was expected that you were going to use somewhere else, but then you ended up using it for your own divine business, or maybe that's what you're about to do. So they're saying like you being very much a you know, very autonomous in what you're doing. So maybe it's hard for you to trust as well. It looks like 7 of Swords here is about to step straight into the Tower situation. But it could be that there's someone who has left your life, or that you cut out of your life, or who isn't in your life anymore. That actually is going to be good that they're not there, because you can see this is someone who walks straight into Tower, and then this 9 of Cups is free then to be abundant. But now we're getting 10 of Pentacles. It's almost like there's going to be more freedom in your life to create abundance. And now I'm getting that the time is right now for you to pursue this. Is there any final messages? I'm getting King of Pentacles, which means abundance, with 4 of Swords. So again, for some of you, it's going to be a very meditative business. It's going to be very relaxed. It's going to be about lifestyle relaxation. It's going to be lifestyle basically. And for some of you, you could be healthcare providers or working in health and wellness. But for others, I feel like it is luxury. You're providing some sort of luxury service for people and leadership. So can I get one final card in the life purpose deck? Strength and healer. Yeah, for some of you, you are a healer, so your work will heal people. Like your business will be healing them, whether it's art therapy, providing, you know, meditation. There's something to do with nutrition and lifestyle as well. You are the healer archetype, so you're going to provide this very healing, loving service to people. And you might do that. You might do that in your own business. Like that could be your divine business or career path. So Princess of Pentacles. I feel like it's beauty as well for some, like to make people feel that they're capable, give them the confidence, and to make people feel beautiful, whole and complete within their bodies. To help people take care of their bodies, to nurture their body, mind and spirit. That's the divine business here, but I feel like you're already on that path. So you're basically just honing in on your skills, you're expanding using gratitude to expand on your business. Okay, pile 1, I love you so much and thank you so much for being on my channel. Bye! Okay, pile 2. And for pile 1 I did a bit of channeling. And I'm going to do that for you as well to start off this reading. I just want to see if I can get something specifically for you guys and your divine business. So I'm hearing that you guys are divine problem solvers. And you have superpowers. In communication as well. You're able to see what is important, what needs to focus on. You're able to navigate in almost any situation. And I'm also hearing that people are a little bit intimidated by you. So what I'm hearing is, for some of you here in this pile, I feel like you're drawn to this pile if you've been caught up in situations where you go where you need it, not necessarily where you want to go. So there's a little bit of that conflict between where you want to go and where you need it. And you always go where you need it because you are someone who's drawn to places where you need it. You just know where you need it and then you go there. But there's another part of you that has this other urge to go and do something else. So I think I want to start with that actually. I might just start with the runes like I did with pile 1. Let me get some clarification here for pile 2. Oh, okay, so you can almost see there's someone here walking here and you're carrying someone on your back. So where you need it, like you carry a lot of people. And then this is your sun here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's way up there. And there's almost like your reward is way ahead of you and you're not really sure what your reward is. Because it's face down, it is a Lagus, but it's face down. But it's almost like there's some promise there, far into the future. You just have to do this first. The promise is a spiritual promise. So I feel like there's going to be a spiritual opening for you, but I feel like that could be like something that will be deeply personal, more necessarily than career and business. It just feels so very personal. You just have to do this thing first that you promised. And it almost feels like a never-ending story because we're getting Evas here at the top, which is, you know, it's just a cycle that repeats and repeats. So maybe you have carried a burden with you for a while that feels like a never-ending cycle. But I also feel like for people here, some of you will work outdoors. That for some, or certainly being outdoors will be very good for you. I feel like that will take care of so much stress. So I want to have a look here at the more like what is the genre of the divine business, because they're showing me what your talents and skills are, and you're so intuitive when people need your help. You just know intuitively when someone needs your help, and there you are. So, okay, for part 2, can we see what is the divine business for pile 2? Body work. Some of you could be tattoo artists. Also getting massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy and exercise training. Yes, I definitely see that. That will heal you as well, because I feel like with all that mental energy, being able to do physical body work would be amazing. And for some of you, you are very skilled artistically as well and can do body work and tattoo work. And okay, write down your thoughts. Because with all that, again, I saw this mental sort of, it was this communication, this, it was a lot of mental energy, but it felt very divinely inspired. And it's almost like you're able to put all the pieces together, and you could write something that would be very multi-layered, I'm hearing. Not one-dimensional, or like multi-layered, with layers and layers of characters and stories within stories, like Game of Thrones, you know what I mean? Something like that. That's what I'm getting. They do say here with options, and I feel like this has a little bit to do with what I saw, and here we get Heart's Desire at the bottom. Like maybe you feel like what your true heart's desire is somewhere far in the future. So I want to have a look at Heart's Desire, because it's almost like you feel like you have all these other obligations you need to do first, and then you're going to take care of Heart's Desire. So let's have a look. Heart's Desire for part 2, so Moon. So things are a little bit unclear, but the Moon is the writer card, by the way. So I'm going to put that there. So even if you feel like you have no time for it, you can, because 15 minutes a day, just write something down. Try and get half an hour in, like, you know what I mean? It's I feel like it's one of your divine talents. Okay, can we get some more? Can we get some more? It's almost like, you know, the sun, this is an eclipse, you know, you can see the sun there. That's a spiritual promise that you can't see yet because this moon is there. The moon is sort of like this, you're howling into the moon, like it's something that's not distracting you, because I feel like it is your life purpose to do it, something that you promise to do. But it's almost like that's your initiation to this sun. So once you dedicate yourself to do this work that you promised to do in the moon, then the sun can begin revealing itself again and again and again. It's almost like you need to get this, it feels like a bit of duty around it actually, like you have to do this duty. But there is a spiritual promise there to you, but it's like you can't see it right now because you have to do this very dutiful thing. It feels like a duty that you just have to do it, you have to take care of everybody, you have to get everything going. You could be a project manager for someone here. It's like you're multitasking, there's lots of things going on. But you still deep down, you know, there is this spiritual promise. And you can see it here. So you might have to incorporate some changes in your routine to start noticing that spiritual promise, because it could be a lot nearer than you think. King of Wands. I feel like you are an entrepreneur at heart here, and then being an entrepreneur, I feel it would be just so satisfying to you. Okay, can we see what fields? We got body work and writing. Okay. Okay, they say there's going to be a few career changes here. And for some of you, you are project managers, so that's Knight of Pentacles. But some of you are also just going to have a lot of career changes. So you're not going to stay too long in a job. You're just going to keep moving all the time. So they're saying that as well. But I want to lay out the full Celtic cross for you guys. Okay. I feel like you're quite busy. King of Cups, so yeah. You're someone that people rely on a lot for emotional support, for... Yeah, and now here we see Five of Pentacles. It's like when there is a situationship, then you're there. You're there helping. The Star. I feel like you help people who are very in a bad way. Because Five of Pentacles with the Star, that's someone who... It could be someone who has had a very traumatic life. It's like you throw yourself right into it, where there is trauma. You're there, you're right there, being King of Cups. There is something going on here that is not healed yet. Princess of Pentacles. So they're basically saying to take care of yourself. Take care of your physical body. Take care of your health, your physical body, but also what you're studying and what you're consuming as well, when it comes to what you're reading and all of that kind of things. But Princess of Pentacles is someone who... I get that card when, especially in advice, when someone needs to really look after themselves. So it can mean that you are going to basically have this major glow up. Okay, so the camera cut off. Queen of Wands in the subconscious. It basically means you program for success. Like you program to keep moving forward. You have a very strong drive. And I felt also that while I was doing the reading, I felt like I almost got hypnotized a little bit. So maybe you also have some talents and skills in hypnosis. So I just want to pull a card for hypnosis. Okay, and I got the moon in new position. So it could be that you have a talent in metaphysical subjects and hypnosis and storytelling and writing. Books, yeah. So there is some involvement with books and language, but I also feel like you can go very, very deep into your own mind and create from that place. For those of you who are interested in body works, with the Justice card, the Justice is an 11 in numerology, and with Princess of Pentacles especially, it can become a very strong focus on fitness, health and fitness, and having like the perfect body, the perfect workout body, that kind of thing. I see that sometimes with this combination. And with the Knight of Swords, it looks like you will pursue something that's also a little bit competitive as well, and we see that also in Wheel of Fortune. So there is competition there, but it looks like competition that makes you just want to achieve more and more. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're very driven. Queen of Wands with Eight of Pentacles. It basically means you're going to be very, very driven to succeed. So I'm going to pull a card for this drive. How does it show up? For pile 2. It means that you're gonna, we get author. For some of you, you're really gonna write something, and for some of you, you're also gonna learn an instrument as well, and practice on an instrument. But for a lot of you, you're gonna work on a book. So there's a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it, but also got music as well. So it's almost like you have several skills you're gonna combine. The environment you're going to be in is going to be very friendly. It's going to feel like home, basically. But the strongest card here is the moon. The moon, when you get a lot of major arcana cards like we did, the moon becomes the strongest card because that has to do with numerology. 9 likes to just go with the flow and it lands on its feet always. So if someone is on 9 life path, for example, they can just go with the flow, and if they don't, that's when they can run into problems. It's when they're trying to control things, when they're actually just meant to go with the flow. They're meant to work with flow energy. So there's something here with the ebb and the flow as well with you, that you're also meant to work with flow energy. You're just meant to go with the flow. Yes, manifest, yes, create, but you're also meant to be in the flow and not overthink things too much. Okay. Is there a past life connection with what you are going to be doing with your divine business and a past life? Let's have a look. Just fell out. Lessons and blessings and trees. Yeah, the outdoors, I think you've been blessed in another lifetime as well with your connections to nature and the outdoors. So you learned, maybe there was a big release or a relief as well in your life, in a past life, where you spend a lot of time outside. So your love for the outdoors, I think, comes from a past life. Okay. So maybe you just love walking, you're a bit of a wanderer, maybe like we saw in the ruin, someone looks like someone walking with a rucksack on. So it could be that you just love to walk and be outside, and it's really good for your health, because now we're getting health. It's really good for your mind, body and soul. That's what it looks like. Okay, so let's have a look in the also want to have a look in the coffee cup. Well, let's see. Okay, so here's the website, I Am Tarot. Let's have a look if you can get clarification. One last final message in the coffee cup. Okay. Hamster. So that, I think that speaks of the 6 of Cups. A hamster in your coffee cup can mean a simpler time in your life where you can connect to your inner child. A hamster can also be a reminder of your childhood and how much simpler life was then. A hamster is a symbol of a child's first pet and all the simple joys this little animal can give to a child. The hamster thus symbolizes happiness, simpler times, simple joys, having fun, new opportunities and enjoying life. The hamster also reminds us to make the most out of each situation in our lives. And also the hamster is on a hamster wheel as well. And remember we saw that when I said it's like we got the Wheel of Fortune, but also that cycle that you were carrying. So can I get a what sort of cycle is it that they were carrying that we saw in the room? Can we get a look at that? Can we have a look at the cycle? Now we're getting High Priestess and Priestess, and that is in Wisdom. So that is basically the Queen of Wands. So you've had many past lives. As is High Priestess, High Priest, who gave a lot of wisdom and possibly even healing and advice to people. So maybe that you carry, maybe you are on some level, you want to break free from that and create something new, something that maybe is a little bit simpler. And maybe that's kind of what maybe you're in between. Like you always go where you need it because you have these strong intuitions for people when they're in need because of your past lives. But maybe you also want to create something else for yourself that is a little bit more like the hamster, you know, a little bit more like simpler, like 6 of Cups, like it's a bit more easier on you because this is a sort of an intense energy here in High Priest or Priestess. So maybe you have so maybe there is a little bit of that fear of, will you be able to provide for yourself if you go outside what you know and what you have done in the past. So there could be some fears and phobias on that. So can I pull a clarification? Forgiveness. So it's more to do also with being able to let something go and forgive yourself if you feel like you need to forgive yourself. for moving on from something that you want to move on from, you know? Because with forgiveness, it's almost like you're turning another chapter in your life as well. Like we did get everything with the book and everything, but I think it's also you turning another chapter in your life as well. That you can have a life that is very blessed. Now we're getting Queen of Pentacles, that's very, very abundant. We're getting the Empress. And if you want to have simpler times, less drama, because sometimes with the metaphysic, with Queen of Wands and definitely with the High Priest and Priestess, those lifetimes are often very dramatic. But maybe you want simpler times with less drama, basically. More abundance and less drama. Yeah, look, just want the peace and the happiness and the family life. And okay, so how can their divine business support them in creating this beautiful life for themselves that is drama free? So I think there's a skill that you have that, yeah, Queen of Wands, that is still very much connected to you and who you are, that you can do. But I guess it has also a little bit to do with I guess it has also a little bit more maybe to do with your priorities. That you prioritize in a way that gives you the freedom that you're after. And maybe you just have to let go a little bit of having to, you know, it's like with the moon. The moon, you have to let go of some control with the moon. And you can see how the Queen of Wands, she looks very intense. And Eight of Pentacles, that's like your pride in your work. But it's almost like you have to let go a little bit of that grip that you have, that it has to be done that's a certain way. Maybe you have to let go of some of that control a little bit. Let's have a look for one last clarification. Maybe you just have to take maybe even a step back a little bit. And maybe that's what's hard. So can we get one more clarification? Yeah, Three of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. It's almost like you're going to have to trust in the team around you. That's what it means. You're going to have to trust in the team around you more than maybe you have been comfortable doing. So maybe, like, you don't have to do it, but that's where I feel like you're being guided to trust more in your team and to have more of this abundance, but you don't have to be involved in every detail anymore. That's what I feel like. Okay guys, that's my message for you here in pile 2, and thank you so much for being on my channel. Bye. Okay, pile 3. So I'm going to start first with a bit of channeling, then I'm going to cast the runes for you guys. Okay, we're going to get a message for pile 3 specifically about their divine business. Okay, so I feel like it's physical, like it's a physical thing, because I can see you kind of packing and unpacking things. So it could be that it's going to be physical products that you're going to be creating. Or you're going to work with physical products. And I also can see someone pouring tea as well, so I'm going to get some clarification on that. What is it with these products? Because I could see the unpacking in, like, things being packed in boxes. And I can see flowers. Okay, so let's have a look. It looks like you're gonna have some kind of product. It looked like, well, they showed me like a pot of tea, but the tea was poured. Then they showed me flowers. So I'm gonna ask in the... Well, actually, let's first ask in the runes for clarification. Okay. That looks like a chair. So I feel like there's something to do with trust here. And I'm getting Hagalas quite high up, so it could be that you felt that you've been very worried, and maybe you have blocked some of your intuition off a little bit because you thought that you were going to get messages that were going to be scary. So it could be like you almost anticipated something frightening and scary. And so maybe you kept yourself really, really busy, because I saw all this packing of boxes and everything, and sort of dealing with the very sort of the physical world, and then but it almost looks like you kept yourself really busy because you didn't want to get some kind of intuitive message that you didn't want to hear, because you were frightened, I think, that it was going to be unpredictable and something that you didn't want to hear. That it was some kind of turning of events that you weren't going to like. So I am going to ask in this life purpose deck, this got clarification. Divine business. But I feel like you're someone who likes to be busy and who likes to be on your feet. That's what it feels like. So can I get some clarification here for pile 3? Nutrition, so that could be when I saw pouring of tea, so it could be that you're going to be in a kitchen, you're going to be cooking. Some of you are also going to write something, but this is where I feel like with the intuition, because the chair, you know, it looked like an empty chair. So maybe you've been guided to sit down and do a little bit of channeling. Maybe your guides can come through when you're writing, and also being a content creator as well. So perhaps you're going to publish something that has to do with nutrition and something that you are cooking, your culinary skills. But it's almost like, can I get some more clarification? It's almost like you were a bit afraid of what your guide was going to tell you. So it could be something you read in a book. It could be a belief system that your guide's actually trying to help you shift some beliefs. Okay, what sort of beliefs are they trying to help you shift? Yoga. Okay, so with yoga, there could be a certain spiritual path that has certain beliefs that maybe maybe you need to check with the creator wall. So sometimes we get beliefs from spiritual practices that might not on an individual level be 100% true. So always check with the creator. That's what I'm getting here. I also feel like, yeah, for some of you, you're going to be a speaker as well. But it's almost like you're going to first align yourself completely and know what it is that you truly believe before you're going to do that. And it's almost like your guide is going to help you see and understand what that is. Now I'm getting animals, working with animals. That's for some of you. You're going to work with animals as part of your spiritual business. And for some of it, you're going to do yoga. So it's nutrition, animal, yoga, writing, and speaker, and books. So it's like few things here. But I also feel like your guides, when you are meditating, your guides can come through. And you can try automatic writing. And also, you will get messages in books. They just want you to check with them. They just want you to check with the intuitive messages you're getting. Okay, so I mean, they want you to check with the intuitive messages you're getting, but they also want you to check with what you are hearing and what other people are saying. As you know, sometimes people say things and it's not 100% true. Princess of Wands with 5 of Cups. Yes, so it's almost like there was a message that kind of, it wasn't inspiring actually. It was kind of damaging in some ways. That's what they're saying. So always check with the creator, because yeah, I'm getting the Tower with 7 of Swords. So always check with the creator when you're getting messages from people and even advice and things like that, because your path ahead is going to be very specific for you. It's your journey. So it's almost like they're trying to protect you from being too influenced by someone for whatever reason. Okay. I'm going to lay out the full Celtic cross now. Pile 3. I feel like in pile 3 you can do so many things. You're very strong and you can handle a lot. Now I know one shows up when someone is very, very strong and they can basically handle anything that's thrown their way. So I get 10 of Pentacles, which is more of your spiritual gifts will be awakened in you as your divine business, because I feel like you really do have a divine business. And 9 of Pentacles, I mean 10 of Pentacles, it's it can create you long-lasting abundance, because I feel like it's going to be like an investment. Queen of Wands. So they're basically saying, when I get queens in block, it's almost always that the seeker blames themselves for something where they shouldn't be. And here we're getting the Fools. It's like they want you to be in the full energy. They just want you to be pure faith. Have pure faith, and don't let fear hold you back, because with what we saw in the life purpose card, it was almost like some beliefs, maybe by a very trusted even authority, have been a little bit fearful. And so even if it came from someone that you really respected and admired, it maybe wasn't 100% for your highest good, because they want you to align completely with faith and have no fear. 3 of Cups in subconscious. That means that you're very social and you thrive when you are around people who, who have high vibration. But it's like there is a social side to you. But maybe you have been programmed in some ways to always take the blame or always be the one that takes the responsibility, and they just want you to let some of that burden go. As you can see in 8 of Cups, it's like went from 3 of Cups to 8 of Cups. It's almost like you just walked away because all the different energies is kind of, I think you absorbed a lot of energy, and they just want you to release it and let it go. And you will be in the future here in Ace of Cups. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups shows up when someone has a lot of abilities. Actually, you can do well in any industry. But with Queen of Cups, it could be you're going to be in an environment that's very nurturing. That's what I feel like. With Knight of Cups and Queen of Cups. 6 of Wands. It's going to be social, and you're going to be around your peers. And I feel like, and when I mean peers, I mean people that kind of, that they feel that you're on their side of things completely. So Knight of Swords. Yeah, it could be that there is some ideas that are coming through your guides through you, but also your higher self, that if you communicate it, people will understand, and they will feel like you understand them. Because it's almost like there was some codependency earlier on, but I feel like you have broken free from that. Or that is certainly what you're working on now. Yes, Ace of Wands. It's almost like the time is now to go and do it. There is a door opening for you to... Can we have a look at what niche it is? Okay, Page of Swords. It's something that you're naturally born to do. And it could be something often with Page of Swords that you've done before. That comes very natural to you. And you've done it before, basically. So it's something that you've done before. And maybe you walked away for a while. Maybe you had to have a break because maybe it had some sort of problems. Maybe it was a bit codependent in some ways, and you just had to have a break from it. But it seems to me like there is an opportunity to go back into it again. But they want you to do it with a, clean slate. They don't want you to have emotional baggage around this, because it doesn't have to be. It's almost like there was some drama there with Queen of Wands, and they just don't want you to take that trauma. They could for some be trauma. They don't want you to take the grief as well with you into it again, because they want you to just start fresh. So can I get some more about the type of industries we're talking about? Yeah, so for some of it you're going to be speaking publicly, and it's something you're very naturally skilled at doing. So I feel like you've done it for a long time. Can I get a clarification on pile 3 and what they have done? 9 of Cups. Yeah, it's something that's very easy for you to do. It's like the most easiest thing for you. It's very easy for you to have a business in that field. So can we get some past life? What is the past life connection they have to this divine business that they have in this lifetime? And trust and faith. Yeah, it's like in the full energy, you just have to trust that it will all work out. So it could be a spiritual business for some of you. Spouse. Okay. For some of you, because I saw a bouquet, okay, I saw it could be that for some you could work in the wedding industry, and for some I feel like it has to do with your spouse in this lifetime. So can I get some clarification? So I'm getting the Devil with 3 of Swords. So with what I saw with the 8 of Cups, I feel like for a lot of people in this group, something has happened that made you, that forced you almost to look at your own codependency. And then we got Ace of Cups. It's like you broke free from it. So what does that have to do with divine business? Let's have a look. I think it took away some fears that you had, and it helped you relax and meditate. Emperor. So I feel like when you broke free from the codependency, that's when you realized I can actually have also my own business as well. I can be completely independent in that, not just in my personal life, and get rid of my codependency in regards to relationship, but I can also release my codependency that I have, just working for in a job, for example, and then start my own business, because the Emperor likes to be his own business owner. So I feel like in this group, it's really important for you to just release codependency in almost every area of your life. That doesn't mean you're going to end up alone. It just means that you won't be in a codependent sort of devil relationship. You'll be in a 10 of Cups relationship, a 2 of Cups relationship. Okay, so this is past life. So you've done similar things in a past life. And emotions could run strong right now as we're getting with the moon. But you can see there's an eclipse. While you're dealing with your the emotional side, you can't see the sun. But the sun is the 6 of Wands we saw in surprise position. That's when it will all be clear. Okay. So can I get some more from the past life? What you're going through now will help your business, I feel, because it will make you more it will make you more understanding of what other people are going through, so people can relate to you much easier. So you have had a past life as a medicine man or woman, and I also feel here your health. So you dealt with medicine and health in a past life. So some of you could have a lot of talents and skills in that in this lifetime as well. Okay, so Okay, so I'm just going to pull a card for, because it almost felt like you're going through some kind of like, I mean, as far as, I'm not going to go as far as saying dark night of the soul, but it's almost like a cloud's been put over you, so you haven't seen fully your own potential, and maybe other people haven't seen your potential either. But that cloud was only temporary, so you could go deep within your own psyche and deal with those codependency issues. So can I have a look at, so the cloud will basically lift, and then the sun is there, and then everyone will see it. There's a lot of people that want what you have to offer. But it's almost like you got hidden away a little bit, so you could work at all these other things. And they want to show you the different options that you have. Five of Wands. Five of Wands is when we're very unique. But we are around other people who are unique, and then we think we're not unique because everyone is unique. But basically they just want you to, instead of comparing yourself to others when you're doing research and things like that, they just want you to go deep into your meditation, and you will get answers from your guide. So you don't have to compare yourself to others. You will get specific, and that's what I also got in the beginning with them. You know, that there had been some messages come through that maybe were not 100% the highest and best for you. So if you can go into meditation, you will get from Creator Wall, through your higher self, you will get what you're meant to be doing and how. It's more like even the how, because I feel like this is something you've done. It's more like how you're going to put it all together and how you're going to push it forward, basically. So it's in an area where you can basically create long-lasting financial abundance for yourself. That's what they're saying. So I want to pick a card for you in the coffee cup. So, okay. Oh wow, you got bell, and that is a very spiritual. The bell reminds me of the yogis, you know, and we got yoga. So I think meditation is going to be very important. A bell in your coffee cup is a sign of clearing of negative energy. The bell is a symbol of the voice of God. To hear God, we must be connected more to our hearts. It's easy to escape in our heads, but it is within our hearts we can truly feel the presence of God. If you see a bell, it can be a message that your consciousness has started to raise its vibration, and you have a stronger connection to divinity. There is also a spiritual purification and renewal going on. While you are going through these changes, it is important to stay grounded in your body. Qigong exercises can be very beneficial right now. That's why while you're going through this upgrade, and with Six of Wands in surprise position, it is often comes with a spiritual upgrade. That's the spiritual meaning of Six of Wands. While you're going through this upgrade, this is why things have been maybe a little bit strange right now. So I want to just, okay, so what has been the strangest thing? What has been the weirdest thing? Because I feel like things have been a little bit strange. Can I have a Four of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords? It's just been a little bit confusing. And I also feel like there is financial security there for you. But it's almost like you don't trust it for whatever reason, and you feel like, yeah, it's almost like you don't trust it. Why don't they trust it? Yeah, maybe you feel like it's not gonna last, like that it's not stable. It hasn't been, maybe you feel like it hasn't been grounded properly. So what can part 3 do to ground this energy? They're abundant. So being the Queen of Cups energy with Six of Wands. So there is a spiritual upgrade happening here. There's an ascension happening here. And when you're centered in your own heart, in the Queen of Cup energy, in your intuition, there's no need to compare yourself with anyone else. Because you are very, very unique in your own energy. Okay, part 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and thank you so much for being on my channel. Bye!